This weekend we celebrate the most holy body and blood of Christ, what's traditionally known as Corpus Christi. In the readings we hear all sorts of offerings being made. First of all, Abram offers a tenth of everything that he has, kind of in devotion or thanksgiving to Melchizedek for the blessing that he offers to him. Melchizedek offers sacrifice in the eternal priesthood that belongs to him and in which Jesus steps into. St. Paul offers his life, and he offers the bread and wine as well, kind of the community too, along those same lines. And Jesus calls the disciples in the gospel to offer something of themselves, give the people food themselves. I think this is a really important part of our understanding of the Eucharist. Typically, when we celebrate Corpus Christi, I find myself at times, I find many others, objectifying the Eucharist, thinking so much about how could the bread and the wine turn into the body and blood, soul and divinity of Jesus, which we profess to be true. I genuinely think that it's easier to accept that reality, even so far as to go and to say that the bread and the wine not only turn into the fleshly Jesus, but his eternal, resurrected, and glorious body as well. God himself is contained in that little host. I think it's easier to accept that sometimes than it is to accept the fact that the grace of God is called to transform us in this sacrament as well. It's almost a escape. It's almost a cop-out for us to focus on the transformation of the bread and the wine rather than to focus on the transformation and offering of ourselves. Every week I stand here with this view, offering the bread and the wine, offering myself as well, offering all of the needs of the church. And I look out and see so many people engaged in prayer as well, but I wonder sometimes how passive that prayer is, how much focus there is on what's happening at this table, almost to the exclusion of what happens on the table of the heart, on the altar of the heart. That as we come here and offer the bread and the wine with Jesus, we are called to offer our very selves, to lay down our lives in love for him and for one another, to be transformed by the saving grace of Christ, to become ourselves a living sacrifice of praise and thanksgiving to the Father, nourished and sustained by this saving food, but truly transformed in grace and wonder before God. I think it's easier to connect and understand and accept the transformation of bread and wine into body and blood, soul and divinity of Jesus when we recognize the change that takes place in us, when we offer ourselves willingly to be transformed by his grace in our common prayer here at the Mass. So I don't invite you to shift your focus entirely away from the transformation of bread and wine, but certainly to heighten your focus on the transformation of your heart and transformation of your life. You might see in a deeper way the change that takes place not only on this altar, but the altar of your heart as well.